Happy November, everyone. That means it's time to break down another month of exciting real estate stats here in Sarnia-Lambton. And for those that don't know me, I'm Sean Ryan with Blue Coast Realty here in Sarnia-Lambton. So I'm breaking down November 2025 real estate stats. We're going to compare them from November 2024, and we're going to look at what's going on in the market year to date as well. We do these every month. We've done them every month for the last 5 or 7 years, probably. And we just want to bring you the information so you can make informed decisions of what's going on with the real estate market here in Sarnia-Lambton. So let's look at the first thing is total new listings for the year. November 2025, we saw 189 new listings, which is a 30% drop compared to 2024, but it's up 16% from November 2023. So a bit of a roller coaster there, but a lot less listings in November compared to November 2024, which isn't a bad thing, really. It's going to help maybe tighten up the market a little bit. Number of sales, we saw 115 sales in November, and that's down 9% from last year, but still up 18% from November in 2023. Monthly sales volume, though, we're still sales volume in the month came in at 55.3 million for November 2025. And that's down about 19% actually from November 2024. So November 2024 was a much busier market last year than this year so far, but it's still up 7% from 2023, which is great. And then, so let's zoom out a little bit. Year to date, how many listings we have on the market is 3,469. And that's up slightly from 2024, which is just about 22% also from 2023 as well. Year-to-date sales sit at about 1,542 in the Sarnia-Lambton market, and that's up about 3.6% from last year. So year-to-date, there has been more sales in Sarnia-Lambton compared to 2024. And sales volume year-to-date is 811 million, and that's actually up by about 3% from last year. So number of sales are up, and also the sales volume is up as well. So November's been quiet, but the year is pretty strong overall year to date. So average sale price in November landed at 492,000, which is down from last year. It was a bit higher last year, about 6% higher. And then the median price came in a little lower to at 440, so down about 4%. But if we look at the average price year to date, it's still up a little bit. Average sale price year to date was 531,000 compared to 529 the year before. So we're doing pretty good there for the most part. Most popular sales bracket we saw in Sarnia in November were bungalows. No surprising, average sale price of the bungalows came in at 527,000. Two stories came in second with 32 sales and 530,000, and then 1.5 stories came in third with 11 sales out of that mix. And we're seeing those very popular in like the Tree Streets in those areas over on Kim, and those we'll see a lot of 1.5 stories. So really the first time home buyer market really is pushing the market right now, especially with those 1.5 stories and those lower sales prices. So 300 to 400, 23 sales, 400 to 500, 27 sales, and then 500 to 600, 21 sales. Those have been the most active price brackets again that we're seeing right now. So we're seeing those higher price brackets not move as much, like that middle, that 7 to 1 million, but the lower ones are moving pretty good for the most part. So what else are we seeing in the market right now? We're seeing overall buyers are out. First-time home buyers are moving the market. Like I said, that average price point of 500 grand and under really are doing well. The people that own the market the best right now we're seeing are those first-time sellers that maybe own that first-time home and they're selling it and upgrading. They're getting really top dollar for that one home that's 500 and under. We're seeing multiple offers in it. We're not seeing like the rapid and the crazy multiple offers we saw in the past. Sometimes 5 grand under, sometimes 5 grand under. But then they're moving up to that next price range of like 700 to 1 million. They're doing really well on those because they're getting some really good terms. We're also seeing the higher end market do pretty well. 1.5, 2 million up. Those houses are actually selling really well. A lot of cash buyers coming in as well. What are we going to see in the market as we get into the new year? I really don't know, to be honest with you. We have another rate announcement this year at the end of the month. Might stay the same, might go down 1/4 point. Do I think the market's going to go bananas next year? Probably not. Do I think it's going to tank? Probably not. I think it's going to stay pretty steady where it is. I think, we're going to start seeing maybe a slight appreciation of home values in Sarnia by, maybe 2% or something over the next year. But overall, I guess the big thing is we're seeing home values stay pretty strong in Sarnia, especially the 500 and under. Higher price ranges, yeah, they're taking a bit of beating just because there's more of them available. People we're seeing lose money in listings right now that are selling are some people that bought over COVID, mostly people from the GTA actually, that maybe paid a little bit more over market value when they bought, and now they're looking to get out of the Sarnia market and go back to the GTA. Those are the only ones I'm really seeing lose money on stuff that have been bought in the last 4 or 5 years. The big thing right now, I think, is looking at mortgage renewals as well. If your mortgage is up for renewal in the next 6 months, start shopping it around. You don't have to do a stress test to switch anymore. There's some great incentives for banks right there. The other thing I think we should look at too is if you own a property and you renewed last year, or an invested property and you're sitting at a rate of around 6% or 6.5%, definitely worth looking at paying that fee to break that mortgage to move to a different one. You'll notice your payments are going to go down quite a bit. And also for investment properties, you will cash flow a lot better. So overall, if I had to give a grade on the Sarnia market, doing pretty good. B plus, I guess, is the best way to put it. Still moving pretty strong. Still a very stable market for people looking to get into it. And overall, a very affordable market compared to what Sarnia has to offer. So that was your December 2025 real estate market. Love to talk to you about real estate if you ever want to know more, dig more, and look at some plans for the future. And thanks for watching, everyone. We'll catch you next time.